yesterday, and was brought to, you really brought it to the forefront.
Yeah.
That with the Chiefs.
This isn't about the Chiefs. It's
mean,
about
it's a
your
little bit.
Patriots take.
No, a little bit of like a lot of the Chiefs' success has been the thrust of the show. And that seat has carried a lot of the editorial burden.
Yeah.
Which now you've relinquished. And that maybe it's someone else's turn to take the crown.
We trading seats?
I think not permanently, but I'd like to give it a run.
Let's see how you
That
do.
if I win the Super Bowl,
Well, when you win the Super Bowl, you're about to be a dynasty.
But like the questions all have to come to me. I have to be ready to shoot.
Okay.
Wow. Really?
I have to be ready to shoot.
All right, do you have a script for me that other people have spent all day preparing?
First of all, I write the script. I don't. If you see a pun, I don't write it.
Can I have script?
That's that.
You can have my watch.
Ooh.
There you go. Hold on.
This isn't up.
I got to make my hair look like a nerd. Wait a second.
Not true.
Thank you. All right, how does
Wow,
it look,
get
Brew?
some highlights.
Oh my goodness.
Your hair looks good.
Thanks,
Thing
Brew.
you know?
Hold on, I've got some of his pomade too.
I
there
love
we
it.
go. Oh wow.
Wow. This is exactly what I said yesterday. I mean, look at this. This is where how the table's set up now. This is literally what I said yesterday. This is literally what I said. This is wow. This is literally what I said yesterday. Bad or whatever, because I'm sure so many Chiefs fans watch this show, and it gives Nick a lot of a lot of control within the show. I don't mean like control and power from like from anything negative in that regard, but just like, hey, we're gonna talk about the Chiefs a lot today, right? And it's like, yeah, how can we not? And it's like, and when you're talking Chiefs, you're looking at Nick, you're like, well, Nick, how do you feel about the Chiefs? And it just sets the tone to be able to drop all the banners, to troll the Bills, right? To do all the stuff that they obviously want to do. The show loves to use props and people, the doorstep of destiny and the trumpeteers or whatever the heck they're called. And if the Chiefs now do slowly start to take a back seat, which I'm not saying they are or they aren't, but let's say they do, and now it's just, they're a good team, but they're not quite what they were, and things are starting to slowly fade away, and now you're having the Patriots step up. It's like Wilds potentially becomes a lot more of a focal point. Like, even just this segment alone, he's talking about passer ratings and this and that, and he's the one that's like, Dusty, give me this graphic. Like, he's the one that's coming with that energy rather than him being more of a host at that point. Like, he's not just a host. His main... How funny is that? And then they open the show like this, literally saying what I said. Wow, I got the chills. Man. I'm so happy I took that segment from a more meta perspective. I said, let's just talk. I said, you know what? We can keep talking about the Patriots all we want. But I said, I want to have a more meta conversation. I want to have a conversation about the conversation, essentially, about the show itself. I want to commentate on the commentating right now. I'm so happy I did. Because if I didn't, and then I saw this, I would have been so mad. I would have been like, no. They're switching seats. That's what I'm saying, man. First things first, fundamentally shifts. And then they're acknowledging the Chiefs winning helped the show, boosted Nick. Nick admitted that. Listen, these guys would be successful and popular no matter what they were doing, whether the Chiefs were good or not. But it's just like, this is sports, right? So like you're gonna benefit when certain teams are winning or losing. Like it's just the way how it works. And that's why I talked about, for me, it was like, I was gaining a ton of Commanders fans, Eagles fans, a lot of new fans last season because the channel was the first time the channel was from from a full season. But like, the Commanders, being part of that whole journey with them last season was amazing, incredible. And now this season, since they were injured and it wasn't, going according to plan, like, those fans are just not watching this channel as much anymore. And I don't blame them. I understand it. And they're just not around as much. Whereas if they kept winning and winning and winning, we keep that party going. And so it's like my channel would be able to grow and grow and grow, if you can keep double downing on that. And I talked about how it's like if the Jaguars keep winning, it's like That hurts everyone. I'm telling you right now, the media, everyone out there, ESPN, FS1, like all that, they don't want the Jaguars and the Carolina Panthers and like, you know, like they don't want that. They want the massive markets, and you know, it's understandable why. I mean, it really is. But so yeah, the show, like they're obviously poking fun and having fun with it, but like things change. Things change, and I don't think this will actually be how the show moves forward, because that's not Wilds' strong point. But Wilds, I do believe, would take more of a, these are my takes. I'm not here just for jokes and gimmicks and stuff. And then he would be the one who's now more responsible for like the banner type things. And I was talking in the comment section of that video, I was talking, you know, Travis brought this up, and I totally agree, where he was just like, you know, Nick's really smart and he'll find another team to like latch his wagon on. And I was like, you know, I agree with that, but it would probably have to be an NFC team, because I don't think he's just going to abandon Kansas City and Mahomes, etc., which is what he was trying to set up with the Chicago Bears and Caleb. You know, he was really confident that Caleb was the next Mahomes, and so he wanted that NFC version of him, and then he gets to just do all of that. And, you know, and I get it, you know, latching on to a team that's successful, and you get to just be like, I'm the Bears guy, I'm the Chiefs guy, I'm the Patriots guy. And it's, you know, when they're winning, it's just like, that's right, baby, come to me. You know, you're going to get all the, you know, all the noise here. And then you get to double down, troll the other fan bases and whatnot. I don't think it's a good look for Wilds personally. It's just not the way how I like to see Wilds be. When I started to see him get a little bit, you know, a little, you know, feeling himself a little bit, I'm just like, nah, that's just, you know, like, no, everyone loves Wilds. Think about it. Everyone universally loves Wilds. And I think it's fair to say, and Nick would admit this as well, that he could be quite divisive. You know, people, I always say this, Nick enjoys being the heel. It's why he trolls. It's why he does all the things that he does. So does Danny. That's why he wears a crown and says like, I'm the king of whatever. Like, that's just part of it. You know, it's you have the Stephen A. Smith approach, the Skip Bayless approach. You know, you have all those different versions where it's just like, I'm willing to be the troll, I'm willing to be the heel, I'm willing to be the one that says your team is terrible, you're not gonna win. And when that team wins, everyone's like, you were wrong. And it's like, that's what some of these guys do. That's not who Wilds is, but that will be who Wilds becomes. It is who Wilds will become. Maybe not as much as Nick, but it'll be flavors of that. It'll be flavors of that. And I'm telling you, the show will shift. I said this was going to happen before they started doing. I said it a full 24 hours before. And so, I don't know, man. Be afraid. Be very, very afraid. Yeah. I don't know, man. I don't know. Fascinating stuff. You know, I already went on the whole rant yesterday, so I'm not going to just repeat that, but I started the show, and I'm trying to, you know, set up clips, and I see that when I first was trying to set up clips, because a lot of times I just skip the intro, because the intro is just like whatever, and I saw the table set up, and like, as I'm like trying to scan through it, I'm like, do they have another guy here? Like, what the heck? So I start from the beginning, and then I see that it's not there. I'm like, oh, would they immediately bring in a guest from the jump? Like, they don't normally do that. And it was some guy, and I was like, is that a baseball player? Because I didn't see it was Wilds at first. And I'm like, I don't think that's a football player. I'm like, I don't know, there was something going on with NASCAR right now, some lawsuit. Like, are they talking about that? Like, what is even going on? And then I realized like what's happening, and I go, oh wait, they're doing what I said they were gonna do. And then here they are. Crazy. But I'd love to hear your guys' thoughts on this one. Obviously, this is a looser conversation and a more specific conversation about First Things First itself, rather than, I guess, you know, a specific sports topic itself. But yeah, man, let me know your thoughts. I'll just leave it at that. I read every single comment, so whether you agree with me or disagree with me, either way, let's get in some discussions, let's get in some fights, but ultimately, let's just have some fun. And please do consider subscribing. We're building an amazing community here, and I absolutely love to see you part of it. I want to build something that we all generally feel connected to, something that we're really excited to be part of. I think we're well on our way to doing it. Please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, as it really does help with visibility and the algorithm. Thank you so much. See you next time.